We got to talk about King. You see the chat. Since it ain't on the rundown, you know Nick don't pay attention.
Oh no, we're gonna get to it. I do want to cover it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I do want to cover it. So yeah, hold tight. Yeah, I saw it. Because is it tonight?
The 13th.
Okay.
So all right. 13th.
Yeah, well, you know, he out there. Happy birthday, Nick. You know, he out there probably you know. Who knows what Nick doing? Where's my camera? Hey, Masito, what you guys talking about on Rap Roundtable, bro?
Last night we got into the Cole Saha situation.
What you think about it?
Personally, listen, I don't never have an issue with rappers rapping. You know what I mean? A lot of people I feel like are into this whole weight class. That was like the debate we had. Like, should he respond? Is he in the weight class? And I'm like, I understand that. And from a rapper's point of view, you probably would take the smart fight. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather style. But there's so many moments in rap where, you know, it was a weight class situation that wasn't the same. Ice Cube and Common, you know what I mean? Drake and Push. Like, so I'm like, nah, let him go at it. And Cole is not in a situation where he can pick a fight. So if he go against Saha, somebody that's well respected, everybody, we all know, even if he's not a mainstream guy, we all know, the heads know that Saha could put it together. So I'm like, why not spar with him a little bit, gain a little bit of credibility back, you know?
I agree. He pulled a slick move though. See, what Saha did, I respect the rapping part of it, like you said, but basing it in that J. Cole diss, trying to base it as that's where it's coming from.
Right.
And you wait all this time and you wait until I'm promoting my album and you know I'm not like, I feel like he knew Cole wasn't gonna have time to respond.
Right.
So I don't even blame Cole this time for not responding, because I mean he's doing his big one. It's his last album. If Saha wanted some smoke, he could have got some smoke when Cole was cooking.
The last decade, right?
Yeah, he could have got some smoke if he wanted it. But now you acting like you want this smoke, and you know my man's busy driving the Honda around America and shit, man. You know he, like, I can understand addressing Saha, but I couldn't understand making time to address Saha.
Right.
Like if I'm busy, I'm on the road, I'm planning a world tour. I ain't worried about you like Saha, but you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
it's disingenuous on Saha's part, because you know that whole weird rant he went on about college dropouts being the most popular rapper. I'm like, yo, you was ghostwriting for the college dropout for
Facts.
like some of the hottest points in his career. So it's clearly disingenuous. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I just think Cole has a little bit of gain. Like you say, you ain't gotta make the time to construct no, 80 bar diss track. But if you tap, you know what I mean, tap him on a verse or something. I think he got more to gain from that than anything.
I agree, especially since he backed out of that last one. Just give him a quick little pop.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm saying it could be one of the J lines. I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 cents? Just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit. And then it kind of it boosts the line of thinking that you saying, oh, I didn't battle Kendrick because that's my man, but anybody else I have the smoke for. Then he could kind of stand on that a little bit more, But if he just hiding the dirt for everybody dissing him. Gibbs was dissing him.
Yeah.
A few months back. Like everybody taking their shots at him. So,
Saha would cook Cole.
Cook is a strong word.
That's strong. That's a strong word.
Come on, y'all.
Strong word you using is cook.
Come on, y'all.
It'll be a fight. It'll be a fight for real. But
for how long? Not long.
It won't be a good fight.
Nah.
Crazy.
You heard a 7-minute workout?
That was
lackluster. That was a little mid. It was
lackluster. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so he'll light him up.
No,
he'll light him up, Spike.
I think he would have more of a purpose on this one. He ain't really want to do that other one. Like on this one, he got to show you. Like, I can't let everybody play with me. Pause. Like, I can't let everybody do it. Like, I got to show you. and you can rap. Yeah, we finna go to town.
And he coming from a position of power. You know what I'm saying? Like that he wouldn't in the Kendrick situation. Like, you know, he could do them boastful. You know what I mean? Jay-Z type bars. Like this guy's not even fucking with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like he can stand on that in the Saha battle.
He can do
Obviously,
that now.
he got more ammo from Saha. You know what I mean? But I think Cole could come out of that, you know, kind of unscathed.
It would only benefit Saha. He shouldn't even try. If I was Cole, like I said, I wouldn't even deal with it because you're the A side. You can't do nothing but lose that battle. If you win, you don't win much.
You already played that card though. You can't do that shit no more.
Right.
Man. Like you already played that card. He could have did that. You're right. You're absolutely right. Your answer is correct. But he did that already. You can't do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to address something.
Yeah. But I mean, Cole's doing the right thing. Live and let live. It's not even Saha's not worth his attention. Saha got other things he need to be worried about, like putting out an album that he's been talking about. He's been dropping for the last 30 years.
Listen,
how about that?
That's crazy.
He's approaching Joel Santana territory for sure with not dropping no music. Like, does he even rap anymore? We don't know, bro. But
he definitely was a one album wonder. He out of there. I know he got the mixtapes, but damn, Saha. Sheldon, they said Kyler Murray may be a better fit in Philadelphia than Jaylen. Since ain't no football from the
I seen it. They say a lot of stuff, don't they?
Oh wait, that's a real conversation.
Bomani said that.
Yeah, Bomani said that one, and Ryan Clark. And Ryan Clark said that the Ravens people will believe in them more if they had Kyler Murray over Lamar Jackson. He said that on national TV. on a real show.
That's a little bit much.
That's clickbait. That's crazy. Gaslight.
Even
he don't mean it.
No, he sit on the show and said that and sat in that for like an hour. Like, niggas, you crazy?
Y'all don't think so?
Huh?
That we would believe in the Ravens more if they had Kyler Murray over Lamar Jackson.
That's nuts. Wholeheartedly disagree on that.
Yeah, I do. And I love Kyler Murray. I love Kyler Murray, but not
still.
Yeah. I mean, I do, Ken. I because I started. He's an underdog type player, and he's always been that. So I ain't gonna turn on him, man. I think he all right. He just can't stay healthy, and it's the worst organization in the league.
Yeah, arguably the worst place to be in the league. If he was somewhere better, like if I were the Steelers, I would have a legit thought.
Absolutely.
If I'm the Steelers, the Dolphins, or the Jets, I want Kyler.
Those are the three teams, and Minnesota's even in the mix. So
that would be crazy for them. I get it, but that would be crazy.
Well, Minnesota would be better fit because they're ready to win now. So that's what you want, Kyler Murray.
That's true. But that would just be crazy.
Mighty Mouse is not that guy, bro.
Ken, I don't know. He's been playing in Arizona his whole career.
Yeah, Ken, you remember in
Arizona.
What hurts him more than anything is injuries. If he can stay healthy, but that's a big if.
Don't nobody like him either. Don't nobody like him. Nobody like him on the team either, though. So that's a big thing too. But maybe if he gets somewhere else, they may like him. I was Miami. I'd have him on the first name smoking.
Right. But that's a big if though. Staying healthy has been his downfall forever. I think he's got talent though. He was on the road when he got hurt. Every time he hurt his arm. You remember the one year they were undefeated. They were like 8-0.
They were 8-0.
Yeah, and he hurt his arm, and that was the end of that.
All right. Well, I guess he's gonna have his shots, and I guess he can probably pick where he want to go.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being
this pick of the litter.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being a quarterback in the NFL now. There's not a lot of good level two starting quarterbacks right now, even. So if you got enough talent, you can fit in somewhere and play, and they're gonna be it for you because they want quarterbacks everywhere,
right?
And the money's there. So
facts.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Inch. Joining me on the show is Shelton, Spike, and Masito. Miss Macito is back.
Yes, sir.
We're trying to put a little spin on it, but it ain't working.
Cito.
There we go.
Yep. Welcome back from Rap Roundtable. Go ahead and let everybody know about you, bro, and where they can find you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm 1/4 of the Rap Roundtable, hottest podcast on the East Coast, New York based. We on all the socials, you know what I mean, and we putting all out front on the socials right now. We posting multiple times a day. We everywhere. Catch us on Twitter, the Rap Roundtable PC, Instagram, the Rap Roundtable, TikTok, the Rap Roundtable, Facebook for sure. You know what I mean? Join the group and everything. And if y'all don't know about us, we chat about everything. There's nothing off limits for us. We talk about the hot topics. We talk about the over underground. We just reviewed that new Boldy and Rome Streets. If y'all rocking with it, we pop out to the shows. We do documentaries. We everywhere. You know what I mean? So rock with us, man. We trying to make our mark in the game right now. I always appreciate collabing with you fellas, obviously. But come rock with us. You know what I mean? We just went live last night. Like I said, we spoke about Cole and Saha. We spoke about T.I. and 50. We speak about everything, man. Come check us out. Shouts to Jaw, shouts to Sin the Rap Snob, and shouts to Deanie the Balance. That's my co-host on there.
Nice. Yeah, they're like your East Coast, the opposite of On Deck, which is Southern.
We're gonna have to mesh that up.
Y'all two to get together. I need to see that.
Be some fun content. On Deck is a podcast I do, Macito. It's with my homeboy, AB, and we, from a Southern perspective, do hip hop and cover it on a weekly basis and weekly basis every Wednesday. So it's just more so what the South had to say versus the East Coast.
Man, we're gonna get each other's socials very soon. I
definitely we need
pull
to.
Up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I was thinking that when you was talking,
because the South and the East seem like they're going against each other right now. So maybe we could, unite the front. You feel
Facts, absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get your information from FIFA.
For sure.
That's deep, South. Though. That's deep.
Yeah.
You gonna be able to hear
that Rome Street's Boldy James. That was some bullshit, bro.
It was a commercial.
That was bullshit. 18
was
minutes
rocking with it
out of here.
It's 18 minutes long. It was like Boldy just needed to like lock in and give us a album. I feel like he got a classic in him if he work at it. But
Boldy drop every week, man.
I'm gonna say, but giving us something every month, like he ain't gonna be able to put that classic out. He need to just lock in and give us one like in 6 months or 8 months and just put everything in that album.
Yeah, he needs some quality control. I feel like that's a lot of the over underground. You know what I mean? They like heavy in mixtape mode. They drop every month. All of them. The Conway album is good proof of if you just sit for a while and actually, put some, time into the music, how incredible the album could be. Because I get what y'all saying. It can be a little bit formulaic, just, another one. You know what I mean? But I was rocking with it. I like the dichotomy, the balance of Rome style and Boldy style together.
Oh, the project was fine. 18 minutes was some bullshit.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro. You can wait, bro. You can wait another month or two to at least give us another 10 minutes, bro. Come on, man.
Couple joints, right?
We ain't starving out here. It's been a good year so far.
Right? Yeah.
We all right, Boldy. The world is fine. Yeah. Trust me, we got plenty of patience for you and Rome Street album.
Yeah.
Nobody's dying of thirst. Anyway, moving on, man. So definitely check out Rap Roundtable. Check out On Deck as well. And also happy birthday to Nick. Apparently it's his birthday, and that's why he is not here. FIFO is not here either, so I don't think he'll be able to join us tonight. So it's just gonna be us. So it's gonna be, we appreciate you guys tuning in for our conversation tonight on the Cavs, the Lakers, and Ant Edwards before we close out with super chats, and one came in about Magic City. So we're definitely gonna have a conversation about what Luke Cornett has to say. So yeah, so stay tuned for our thoughts on that. Also, man, what's the saying? Thoughts and prayers to everybody in this silly ass war that the president of the United States instigated and got everybody in. This is not a political show. We just hope everybody be safe and try to get out of this thing. We already lost. There's been some casualties, so we just hope everybody get out of this as best as possible. So we'll have a full conversation on that more than likely on this Mike Salon this upcoming Sunday. So anyway, so wanted to open with that, but let's talk about the Cavs, man. The Cleveland Cavaliers are currently sitting only a game and a half away from being a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. However, after beating the Brooklyn Nets over the weekend, they are about to face the toughest stretch in the East with 3 upcoming games against Detroit, Boston, and then Philadelphia. How many wins do y'all think they can get or steal over this stretch? And I think Harden should be. I know his finger was hurt.
He's out tonight too.
I don't know what he did to his finger.
Him and Mitchell were both. He had a fracture, I think.
Yeah, on his
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
from the strip club,
non-shooting.
More money.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah, man. What y'all think, man? How 3-0, 1-2, 0-3? What are we looking at?
They are winning tonight. They're at 104-99 against Detroit with I think about 5 minutes left. I think it's possible for them to win 2 of these games. They can get Philly and Detroit. I think that Philly is there to be gotten. I think Boston is a tough team to beat, though. I think that Boston Celtics defense is going to be tough. I don't know if Mitchell is going to be back either. I don't know how long Mitchell is out. I got to check. But Harden has a broken thumb. That's what it is. And Mitchell is out as well. I don't think he's playing tonight.
Well, he's playing at Magic City, or according to RFK Masters.
Yeah, he's not playing tonight.
He was putting up numbers. He was putting up numbers in the strip club. But we don't know.
He is playing tonight. I'm sorry. He is playing tonight. Sorry about that. I didn't look at the score. Mitchell is out, but Harden is playing. Harden got 16, 6, and 6. My bad. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. They well, you know, it's I think that so what's interesting about the Cavs is that I mean they went toe-to-toe without Harden and Mitchell against Detroit. What was it, Friday? That was a 3-point win. So that roster, in terms of how they play and the chemistry they have, is pretty good. It'll be interesting to see how integrating Harden and Mitchell back into that after this sort of stretch that they've been out not playing with them. But you know, this is a game Detroit can come back and steal. I think they were down 193 in the last game with about 5 minutes left, and they managed to come back and won that one. But I think out of the 3, I think they could. I'll say 2-1, man. I think they can probably go 2-1, especially if they go ahead and hold on and win tonight. I can see them taking out Philly, of course, because we don't know if Embiid is going to play or not. But that can be one that they'll win. And honestly, Shelton, I think they can probably get Boston too, bro.
They might could. I just look at Boston's defense. That's what I think. Boston can give people fits when it matters. So that's the thing that. Go ahead.
I say 1 and 2. Only Philly probably they'll get the W against. Like you said, if Boston playing defense like they need to, Sheldon, then they're gonna win. If they hitting their threes, they're gonna win it definitely. That's really the determining factor for Boston, or the threes falling or not. So, I mean, they can have a good shooting night against Cleveland, especially if Mitch and Harden may be there. But I mean, yeah, I think they go 1 and 2 in this stretch. I ain't no big believer in the Cavs as of yet. I still need to see Donovan Mitchell and James Harden do it in the postseason. I know that they've been performing well since he got there, but I mean, that's a nothing burger to me.
I would have saw them going 2-1 in this road trip, but if they could win this Detroit game, I got them 3-0. That Boston game is in Cleveland, nationally televised. That's where Harden and Mitchell shine. You know what I mean? A Sunday afternoon game. They about to go crazy. They still at that point where teams haven't been able to really game plan for them yet, right? Teams coming up on the Cavs. They seem like they don't necessarily know how to deal with that Mitchell Harden dynamic yet. In the playoffs, I will speak about that. I'm sure it'll be different. But right now in the regular season, they're the perfect type of team to take you off guard. You know what I mean? Beat you by 15, 20 before you even know it. That Jared Allen, you know what I mean? Evan Mobley, like they coming at you. You know what I mean? So for regular season, these is Mitchell and Harden are two regular season wonders. They gonna go crazy. So I think they could. I got 3-0 if they pull out this Detroit game. You know what I mean? Because I'm shocked. I thought they were gonna lose this one. So that the fact that they up in the fourth, I'm shocked. So if they could win that one, 3-0 for sure.
I think the thing is the bigger, more looming question really is about Donovan Mitchell, right? Superstar, star, whatever you want to label him as. Is this a make or break year for him? Meaning that if he doesn't lead the Cavs on a deep playoff run, will his Nick says superstar status be questioned? And he also
is he a superstar? I don't think. First of all, I don't think Donovan Mitchell is a superstar, and that's the reason that the answer to this question is no. Like he ain't on the clock. Like nobody other than Nick is like looking for him to be like, oh man, Donovan Mitchell got to win a championship. I don't think that he's on that tier of player. You look at an Anthony Edwards like that. You look at a SGA before he won like that. You look at a Joker like that, only having won with 4 MVPs. Shit, even being in New York City, you looking at Jalen Brunson like that now. Like I think there's more expectation and pressure on Jalen Brunson than it is Donovan Mitchell. Really, he got it sweet right now. Donovan Mitchell is cool. Like as long as the Cavs have a good regular season and maybe get to the second round of the playoffs, they're fine. They don't care.
Donovan Mitchell, good points. Like Donovan Mitchell is almost like the marker, right? Like anybody better than him is probably a superstar.
Yeah.
Anybody worse than him is probably not. Is he on the clock? I it's like Spike said, I don't hear the conversations about Donovan Mitchell. I don't hear, he's like in a similar situation to Dame Lillard in all these years. You never heard Dame has to win. Right, you know what I mean? We all knew how good he was. We all knew the numbers he could put up. We all knew what he meant to the league. But nobody was his legacy wasn't based on whether he was, winning or not. And I feel Donovan Mitchell is in the same place. And if we, Donovan Mitchell's he's interesting, right? Because he came in as a rookie, beat that Russ PG team, Russ PG Mello team in his rookie year. You know what I mean? He's had 50-point battles with Jamal Murray in the playoffs. He's had some signature playoff moments. But if I look at, positionally, Booker had his finals run. I understand he had Chris Paul, but still he put in work that year. You know what I mean? Ant Edwards has definitely come in the league after Donovan Mitchell and passed him up. You know what I mean? I'm not even SGA is clear. You know what I mean? SGA is in legacy talks at this point. So it feels like, positionally, a lot of people have come in and passed up Donovan Mitchell. He's had his 70-point games. He's had his, 28, 29 point per game seasons. But there's but among the basketball culture, among us, we're not sitting here saying, yo, Donovan Mitchell needs to win. You know what I mean?
Gotta win one.
I feel like if the conversations were going to be had, they probably should have been had a couple years back. But he's kind of settled into, I think all of us know if a team is going to win a championship, Donovan Mitchell probably should be a second best player.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly there, but I do think for his legacy, it is important. I think that everything you said is pretty spot on, but the fact that the number that shooting guard spot is still so wide open as far as how far along you can go, I think it's a chance for him to step up and kind of relive some of that glory that he had early on in those crazy playoff games he had in Utah and some of the stuff he did in the past. He can get there, and they did everything to help him out. You bringing in James Harden, which I don't think that moved the needle, but mainstream does. They think that that's going to make all the difference in the world. Mobley's coming into his own. He has a year more of experience under his belt. Right. You still got Allen. You still got all this talent around him in an East that is widely considered still wide open, because a lot of people still don't believe in Detroit because they haven't proven anything yet. So you got a shot right now. You really, really have to prove it, and he's going to be the catalyst this year. And this is the year that he's going to have to make that step. If it doesn't happen for him this year and Detroit goes on and win, you ain't never going to get past Detroit if they win it this year.
The reason you say, to your point, Sean, you said that shooting guard position is wide open. It's becoming like it's not important to have a good shooting guard anymore.
Right.
Like you would rather have a combo guard. You would rather have a straight out point guard, but like having a good shooting guard, that's not important. Having a wing is important. A 3-and-D player is important. It's like shooting guard is becoming like a post player. Like you don't really need it. Well, I ain't gonna say you don't need it. It's cool if you got it, but ain't nobody trying to be like, it ain't the heyday we remember, like with Jordan and Drexler and
right.
all these great shooting guards in the league. You can think of maybe 5 shooting guards off the top of your head, just pure shooting guards. I ain't talking about Jaylen Brown. I ain't talking about people like that. I'm talking about a Donovan Mitchell. It's like 3 or 4 of those. Him, D Booker, and then name whoever else you want to name.
And that's it. It's them
right.
three.
Yeah, right. It's them 3. But what would separate him is the championship. And that's, like I said, this is a wide open possibility for him. That's why I say it's wide open. He has a chance to separate himself from others by getting to that plateau that most people don't ever see. So he's right there. I mean, he's right there in the midst of doing that. That catapults him above Ant if he can win it all, because I don't think Ant's gonna get there this year. And it's tougher than it is in the East.
You rating D Mitchell over Ant if D Mitchell win a championship?
If he leads his team to a championship, that'll put him back on top for me. Wow. And that says a lot, but it is technically it's positionless basketball anyway now.
Right.
That's the era we're in, to be honest. I said 2 guard because there's not many that we can think of in that position. So it's kind of like open. That's what I mean by it's open. It's like it's positionless basketball, but he'd be known as a great shooting guard if he wins a championship where nobody expects him to win it. So that's why I say it's important for him to kind of push, and this year's the year. So that's what he's going to need to do.
And another thing about D Mitch, his habit, it seemed like the last 2 or 3 years, he in the playoffs not playing for his team. You know what I mean? He's getting hurt in the playoff series.
Yeah.
Giannis is very much the same. And nobody even calls him out on that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. D Mitch, you right. D Mitch is in a good spot, bro. Like, anything good he do is icing on the cake, and he's not in the position, because honestly, last year he should have been in the finals against OKC. They won what they won last year, 65. They won boatload of games last year. You know what I'm saying? And just flamed out, kind of pathetic in the playoffs, if you want to be honest. And there still wasn't any talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get when he came into the league, there was that new D Wade talk. He had the Ben Simmons Rookie of the Year run, but people really haven't really put that much on him at this point. You know what I mean? If you evaluate his career, it is a little disappointing when you think about it, but yeah, I think he's still good.
I think he going back to when he came into the league, he overachieved and caught a lot of people off guard with this run. Because I'm a fan of D Mitch. I like D Mitch, but he has been underperforming as of late, and I do expect more out of him. I think with this team, with what they did last year, with this team now, with Harden having playoff experience, good or bad, mostly bad, they didn't have that last year. They didn't have a guy on that team that really had that sort of playoff experience that Harden is bringing to this team now. And plus they gained some experience last year as well. But I think D Mitch got to be on the clock, bro. Like, because right now he's in dangerous territory of becoming a name that you guys mentioned, even though this guy's already accomplished stuff, something people really don't give two fucks about him, and that's Donovan, that's Booker. That you know, that's Booker, Devin Booker.
Yeah.
But and Devin Booker's been to a final run and he went there, lost, and people forgot all about it. Don't give a damn. Even if he won, I think that people really wouldn't give a damn. Because people really, but I think this is the year that D Mitch can really make a name for himself. He's still one of the best players in the league. But now at this point, man, he's been in the league for a long time. I think he blew a 3-1 lead. You got to show and prove. You got the team, like Shelton said, went out and they got a roster around him. They went and got him some help, you know, and now it's up to him to lead this team to the ECF. It's this year or next year they're going to get rid of him and bring LeBron in for that for his final year.
They're not getting rid of him.
I think they're going to keep him. I think they're going to keep him.
I disagree. I just don't think Donovan Mitchell moved the needle. Like, people really don't care. Like, he's not Anthony Edwards.
He's falling off, bro. When he was in Utah, he was the top. People fuck with Donovan Mitchell.
Them 40-point games, he was smoking. He was hooping. He was that guy.
His first playoff run was like, well, I don't know if it was his first, but that playoff run, I know what y'all talking about. Yes. However, I don't see him getting any type, like, people were saying this about Anthony Edwards. He ain't getting no type of media coverage or criticism for what he's done or where he's at. And I think that's going to continue to be that way. It's just, I don't know if it's demeanor. He ain't really like people don't talk about Donovan Mitchell.
Because he's not doing anything, though.
That's it.
But see, here's the difference between when he was doing stuff, when he was in Utah, like you said, putting all those games together, he was the talk of the town. People loved him. Highlight reel. Like Masito said, the D-Wade talk, like people were looking for that. Yeah. That's why people are so drawn to Ant. Ant's profile raised when he got to the playoffs and he showed out, and he's also has this big personality. So that's always going to help accentuate him a little bit more. But if D Mitch get to the playoffs and get all the way to the ECF and he balls out doing it, I think he'll be on the radar more.
Yeah.
Then you're right. He will have those expectations. I don't think now that he has those expectations, people really just look at him like, okay, he's a good player. Like, it ain't really nothing interesting there. It ain't really nothing like thought provoking or media moving. Like, people criticize Trae Young more than they criticize Donovan Mitchell.
So you said
Trae Young get more attention than that.
You saying Coco more important than he is?
Oh, absolutely. That's the most important thing. Let's be clear.
You know, but here's the thing with Trae Young. Trae Young has showmanship, though. Trae Young, when he was in Atlanta, bro, he even losing, he gonna shimmy, he gonna do all this shit or whatever. There's a showmanship to it.
It was more
need that for us to care.
When it was
don't have that either.
Yeah, I was going to say when they were going against each other and they both was on fire like that. That's when we looked to them like, okay, they next up. And you were looking for them to do that. Like we said, Ant did surpass that. And Ant's more talented. I'm not saying he's more talented than Ant. I'm just saying that Ant took a lot away from him and Booker. So everybody's looking at they're looking at Ant more so than Booker or Mitchell because they feel like they can't get over the hump. They can't lead the team over the hump, but they feel like Ant still can. He's going to be the saving grace. So that kind of hurts them. But if they can get past, like I said, if he can get, I would say for them, Eastern Conference Finals at least, if he can get to the finals, that's going to speak volumes. But I don't, and once again, I'm not saying that's going to happen because I don't think so whatsoever. But if they can, then that's gonna elevate his star even more so.
I agree with y'all.
Yeah, I think he needs to get to the finals to really make a dent for people to really come into next season talking about Donovan Mitchell. You know what I mean? Like one of them guys, he got to make the finals. Of the newer generation, like you mentioned, Book made the finals, Luka made the finals, Shea won the finals. Like, there's a lot of people in his generation that have accolade and accomplishment-wise completely passed him up. As far as his notoriety, it's not lost on me that he went from Utah to Cleveland, like super small market to super small market. You feel what I'm saying? So he has, if he was a Knick, if he was with Miami, you know what I mean? Maybe people would be talking a little bit different about him, you know what I mean? But he's been able to hide under the radar. But if he really want to make that mark, it's like you say, Book made the finals and put in work on the way to the finals. You know what I mean? And it's still in that you know, that baby mode where we not mad at him yet. You know what I mean? He's 2012 KD. He's 2007 Braun. Like he's such a young player that we just waiting for that breakthrough moment. And got a couple more years. We gonna be on him as well. You know what I mean? Especially since he's already like you mentioned with D Mitch. D Mitch was so good so early and put in work so early that it's like, what happened? You know, Ant is kind of in that position now. If he got a couple more years and he don't make a finals.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that if they don't do anything this year, first of all, even in the second year, Shelton still don't believe in the Cavs. Remember last year how long it took for mainstream media, and I don't follow them like that.
Yeah.
But it took them forever. It took us forever to actually start paying attention to the Cavs, and they were smoking everybody.
Everybody.
And then,
everybody.
Yeah, I think
nobody believed in
that tie back to D Mitch. Like people look at him like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I got to see it first, buddy. I think that's why people don't believe in the Cavs. And it was Darius Garland a little bit too. That back
that was huge.
They had a small backcourt. People knew in the playoffs that wasn't gonna work. Now, to y'all point of what y'all saying, him needing to make a run. I think there are some expectations though, since Harden is in the backcourt with him. They're like, okay, let's see what you can do now. But I still don't think that there's pressure though. Like that people want to see, they're interested, but it ain't no pressure. Like if he don't win, people can be like, oh yeah, that's about what I expected.
Nah, hell no. He needs pressure, bro. He been getting away with this shit too long.
Yeah. He like that dude. He like Clyde Drexler. He like people.
Hey, no Clyde Drexler disrespect, bro. Stop.
Like Clyde. How dare like Steve Smith or like Mitch Richmond. It's like, all right, it's all right, you don't win. It's cool.
Hey, the Cavs won, by the way. They beat the Pistons tonight, so that's 1-0 at least.
Okay. That's a good W.
What was the final score? It was a 1 point. It was 104, 103 when I last checked.
113, 109.
Oh, eked out a close one. Okay. All right. Well, Pistons better tighten up.
Duren is playing well. Duren had 24 and 14 again. No B say he ain't no Robin, but man, he putting up the numbers.
He ain't. The numbers look good, but
numbers look
bro,
good.
I see him. I was watching that last game.
A whole lot of
I didn't watch this game, of course, but you need that though, like a bully down there. And if he's gonna be a bully, and if he's gonna put up numbers like this and be a bully, you do need a shooter, and that's what Tobias Harris should be. Is that guy that can get a bucket when Cade needs a break? But
he's productive and you can count on him. And in terms of bully, the whole team is a bully. Don't they lead the league in fouls?
It's Detroit. It's Detroit.
Jaylen
so.
Oh, my fault. I know we're about to get into the next topic, but Jaylen Duren for me is like, that's how the way you describe watching the experience of hearing and watching his game. That for me, like 5 years ago, was Jaren Jackson Jr. Like whenever I actually watched him play a game, I'm like, this dude is trash. He doesn't rebound. He's not a good defender. He can't shoot. Like, but I would always see the numbers, and everybody would tell me, oh, he's the next guy. So hopefully Jaylen Duren don't fall into that trap.
Nah, I don't think he will. And he doesn't look like Gobert. Like Gobert is just goofy, can't do shit. So he
reminds me of Dwight Howard.
That's a good comp.
Okay.
That's a good comp.
That is a good comp.
Yeah,
that is good.
The White's has more.
The White was better. But that's what I see in him.
Games are very, very similar.
Yeah, I understand why B saying, well, we need still somebody else because there's a lot of work that got to happen for Duren to get a shot. Other people.
Yeah.
He just scared.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's all it is, Ken. You compliment him, he gonna say something bad right after. He just don't want to be let down and hurt.
B has already accepted playoff disappointment. Trust me, Shelton. Trust me, Shelton. He's already there. He already sees a second round exit at minimum.
I say B.
That's what him and AB differ. AB talking about the finals. Hey, B, like, because he a Pistons fan.
Yeah. B been around too long. I say, B, they won by 40. Yeah, man, but they went home. It's always got to be something, a butt to it. He don't just let it go. Yeah,
B don't care about anything until the playoffs, bro. And for him, he don't think they're gonna go as the second round. How much? I know AB's a Pistons fan, but has he been watching basketball a lot?
Yeah,
that's all B watch.
Yeah,
no, that's all AB watch. Like, he got the league passes and he paid for the Pistons shit. Like, he
thinks Eastern Conference finals.
He's speaking as a fan too, but yeah, he's talking finals though.
Yeah,
not Eastern Conference finals.
And that's definitely. I definitely think it's possible. But these last few games, they have. Let me see. They're 8-2 in their last 10. But I've seen a couple of games where they kind of struggled a little bit. So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I still think the Knicks is the best pick out the East.
What?
I think that's the best pick. That's the best pick. Like, if we're talking about the run that they had last year, I feel like they have the best player in the Eastern Conference. You don't got Halliburton in Indiana playing. If I had to put like a week's salary on who going into the playoffs I would feel the most comfortable with the Knicks.
Well, I hope you got savings.
Yeah, please don't spend your money.
Wait, knowing what y'all know now, who would y'all take to win the East, like to be in the finals?
I'll take Detroit or Boston over the Knicks, and not just because of the standings, just because I just don't believe in Cat. I don't believe in Cat. I don't.
I would take
the Knicks.
I don't feel confident in the pick at all. You know what I mean? To be honest, if I was betting, I would be nervous. But of all the flawed teams in the East right now, I actually think Tatum coming back will hurt the Celtics. To be honest with you,
a lot of people saying that. Yeah,
I think the safe bet is the Knicks right now. Most complete roster, experience. Like Spike said, I don't know if I call Brunson the best player in the East, but top 3.
Who called him that? Spike, you called him that?
Yeah, he's the best player in the East Conference. Well, Jaylen Brown got it's a conversation. It's between him and Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brunson the best player in the East, you think?
It's between him and Jaylen Brown.
You think so, Shelton?
It's them two.
It would have to be who? It would have to be Jaylen Brown for me. It would be Jaylen Brown or Cade for me.
I'll take that back. I will put Cade first, and then I'll put Jaylen Brunson second. Cade, the best player in the Eastern Conference.
So you think better than Jaylen Brown? Like I said, like I said earlier, Jaylen Brown plays both ways. So that's what makes all the difference in the world. He's a top-rated defender, as well as he's going to get you them 28, 29 points a game.
Brunson is so clutch, though.
He is. He's one of the most clutch players in the league.
He is, but he be doing too damn much sometimes.
He's a chuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
he take dumb shots.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he is scary in the fourth, but I think it's just something about the Knicks, bro. And I'm not one of those Knicks haters or something like that, but there is a lot of truth to what happens to them in the playoffs, bro. It's like, it really is. I still remember, they're no different than the Cavs.
I still remember Patrick Ewing missing that finger roll. I couldn't believe that.
Bro, me either, man.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, nigga, no way. I remember that.
He got swatted by the rim. That shit was crazy.
That was the craziest shit I ever saw. I was like, what?
Yeah,
the Knicks cursed.
Yeah, it is.
But I think it's really weird. I know we're getting into some deep playoff talk, but it does kind of, now talking it out loud with you guys, I think it does feel somewhat wide open when it comes to the teams. Because Detroit, they learned a lot last year. They were in some winnable games. They didn't have the experience. They have the experience now. Do you need another year of playoff disappointment like B thinks before you make the run? I don't know. I don't know if you necessarily need that, especially if you're one of the best teams in the league.
No, I don't think in today. This ain't the 80s and the 90s. Like, you don't got to do that no more. Like, especially when you got somebody like Cade.
Yeah, you can get there a lot sooner now, and that's what I was telling Nick.
SGA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly who I was pointing to. You can get there a lot. So even Indiana making it to the finals, you can get there a lot sooner than the clock says you're supposed to if you catch lightning in the bottle. And it's the same thing in, other sports. The same thing now. If you catch lightning in the bottle, you can make it happen. It's one game after the next. If you can win those games and get there, and all type of factors come into play. We hadn't talked about injuries, getting to that spot, as well as who gets hot at the right time. That's huge. That's going to be really the deciding factor down the stretch. Because if Cade, I think, scored 10 tonight, for example. We all say it. I wouldn't own it as much as I am now, but I would think I think that Detroit team is just good either way. But if Cade ain't hot, they in trouble. They really are.
Yeah.
He's a secondary creator for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're saying we forgot about Giannis in the chat. He ain't played enough for me.
Giannis is hurt.
Yeah, he hurt.
He played. I think he had like 17 yesterday.
He back. Yeah, but I can't give him the best.
Yeah,
we know it. Yeah, when healthy, it's Giannis. Chat. We know that.
Yeah. Same reason we didn't mention Tatum.
Facts.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, Giannis is not Giannis right now.
Well, when will the Lakers be the Lakers, or is this the Lakers? The Los Angeles Lakers are riding high on a 2-game win streak that's not even worth mentioning because they really didn't beat anybody, including a road victory over the Warriors. And we really need to have a Curry talk. Curry is getting by with a lot of shit. He's been out for 10 games. He's going to miss another 10 games, I think they're saying, and nobody really talking about this dude, bro. Like, come on. When he's on the court, he lighting it up. But hey, anyway. And they are approaching a big matchup against the Denver Nuggets in Denver this Thursday night. Currently sitting in 6th place in the Western Conference, but only 2 games behind the 3rd seed. Are the Lakers moving in the right direction, or is this much ado about nothing in what is expected to be a disappointing season?
Y'all want me to go first on that? This is much to do about nothing. I think they won both these games by like over 20 points, 28 and 24 or something like that. But you played a depleted Warriors roster with Draymond Green as the lead snake, and you played the Kings, which they're tanking. So in saying that, you're playing teams that really don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Right. I think that the Lakers team is what we know. It's a lot of confusion on that team. We know it's dysfunction. You got players that are not playing together. Like Manny likes to say, it's a hodgepodge of players that's hard to judge, but it's just not. They're not built to win right now, and it's a bunch of confusion because you really don't know what you got. You got Ayton, who's a part-time player, don't know his role, don't understand his role, and they even saying it is that. I was going to say they said Ayton gonna get JJ fired, which it is what it is. Bron sitting on one end of the bench. Luka sitting on the other. They're not really communicating like that. It looks like that's what it looks like on the outside looking in. It's just a mess right now. It's a mess. Now, like I said, you play these last 2 games. You're the most talented team on the floor by far. You should win those games. And I'm not saying they're going. You still got 2 of the best players in the league on that team, so you should win certain games. But in games that matter, this Lakers team just don't have it. They just don't. I don't believe in them whatsoever. And it's the others more than anything else that I don't believe in. And if the stars ain't on the same page, if LeBron and Luka ain't leading this group and galvanizing the troops, it ain't gonna happen. And I don't see it. I saw Luka shrug off JJ the other day, which was kind of
from a rush.
He was about to. JJ said something to him walking by, so you could tell it's a bunch of dysfunction there. It's a bunch of them. So
I think everybody.
You cooking? My fault. You about to cook, Spike?
Go ahead.
Shelton, listen, 100% on point. Much ado about nothing. The Lakers' problems still persist. I could care less about beating that JV team from Oakland. But the Lakers, listen, they still can't play defense. The best players all still are negative net rating when they play with each other. Going in the right direction, I don't think there's a right direction unless they can figure out a way to play Phoenix in the first round. I have them at a disadvantage against anybody else in the West in the first round. And I don't know if y'all know, I'm a Lakers fan. Like, Kobe,
I didn't know that.
Of course. So, I say this with love. You know what I'm saying? This is like a dad speaking about his kids that's fucking up. All right. They just ain't got it. This is a punting year for the Lakers. They're waiting on LeBron's contract to run out. They waiting on, being able to not employ Bronny James anymore. They waiting this out. And I don't know how smart that is, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's a great idea to just, at this point, punt on a year and a half of Luka, when I don't think Luka is going to be one of these guys that's 35 playing at a high level. I don't know how many prime years Luka really has left. The guy's been a professional since he was like 16 years old.
That's a really good point.
Much ado about nothing. This is, maybe Shannon Sharp is hype about this, but if you a real Lakers fan, you shouldn't take any solace in this petty 2-game winning streak against who it happened against. And if you watch the games, everything is still, like I say, they still can't guard. Austin Reeves still hasn't. He's still been very affected by the addition, by playing with LeBron and Luka, right? Austin Reeves hasn't played at that level that he played at in the beginning of the season since the beginning of the season. DeAndre Ayton still making moronic statements. Roy Hachimura still can't shoot. Like there's nothing about the Lakers that has happened that makes me feel better in this past week. I still feel the same exact way about it.
Just to beat a dead horse based off y'all 2 points, this is much to do about nothing. Being a Cowboys fan, I understand what's going on here. It's just because they're a popular franchise that people are talking about them. Like, nobody would look at that roster and say, oh, yeah, they got a shot. They got a chance. It's just because LeBron James, Luka Doncic are there, and it's the Lakers. It's the same thing when Dak was burning it up in the football season, and people saying, well, the Cowboys might be, but you look at that defense, and if you watch football, there's no legitimate possible way that they're going to be good. Same thing applies with the Lakers. There's no way that they're going to be good. Their roster is just not good. It goes to the point that we were speaking about on here last week. We're asking who to blame, and when we blaming people, I don't think it's JJ Redick's fault. I don't blame Luka. I blame LeBron and the GM in the sense of they should have figured out a way to make that roster better and for LeBron to get out of town. It looks like he wanted to get out of town. It looks like they needed him to get out of town so they could have got a better roster. They should have just did that. Now they stuck in the house like two people that don't like each other, but they used to be in a relationship. Now they just paying rent and they roommates. This is like LeBron don't want to be there. The Lakers don't want him, but he's still there and they still going through the motions of it. And you can tell that it's not going to end up well. Like there's not going to be a miraculous playoff run because you talked about that clip, Shelton. I've watched Laker games. Like you can look at it and they don't care. They're not like, hey, I know you're not supposed to question athletes like effort or whatever it may be. And I'm not saying that they're not out there doing their jobs as professional athletes. They're doing what they're supposed to do, run up and down the court, just giving an asserted amount of effort. But I don't think, like, when you look at teams like Detroit or the Knicks, or like they look invested. Nobody on the Lakers team looks invested. Nobody really looks like they care about them being great or making a playoff run or a championship run, other than maybe JJ Redick. He the one that's getting mad. He the one that's calling people out, criticizing people. So I don't think it's a JJ Redick thing. I don't think that this is a big deal at all in the sense of, oh, is it over for the Lakers? Next summer they'll be able to recoup once LeBron is gone. But they just should have did this shit last year. They just look like an unhappy married couple as far as everybody on their team.
The Lakers ain't doing shit. And it's not LeBron James. It's not Rob Pelinka. It's not JJ Redick. It's Luka. I said in the Lakers have a Luka problem.
Can he average 32?
I don't give a damn about the point spike. It's nothing. It's a bunch of fucking calories, and Luka knows about calories. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a fucking fast food meal.
You don't like Luka. You've been on Luka like this since Dallas.
I've been calling it like I see it since he was in Dallas. I was like, Jalen Brunson is the reason why that team was winning, and you did say I was right. All this dude is running around, and he's a ball hog, and he just puts up all these numbers to get people like you oblivious to everything that's happening. Luka Doncic and Trae Young are the same guy, except Luka just went to a fucking finals. That's all that happened. And you know why he went to the finals, Lou? He went to the finals not because of something that Luka did. He went to the finals off the strength and the back of Kyrie. That's it. That's it. Kyrie carried this man to the finals, just like Jaylen Brunson was carrying this man all that time ago. God. They have a problem. Luka Doncic ain't that guy. And I know people are throwing the James Harden and all the other stuff out. They can put whatever they want about around this brother. It ain't going to get done. And you break up a very good point, Masito, because what happened when he reaches ceiling? If this is the best he got, what they gonna do? Luka ain't shit, bro.
I'm
telling y'all, they got a problem. They got a problem with Luka, and now the media may be trying to come around and look at it. But bro, it's an issue. It ain't LeBron, bro. Who's the best player on this team? Who's the best player on this team? Y'all told me it was Luka last year.
It's Luka
so
right
the
now.
best player. And where's Luka in the league? Top 5, top 10, top 3?
Top five.
So we're saying that a top 5 player, our expectations is a first round exit, and we're going to give him a pass because we want to blame everybody else except him. When have we given top 5 players passes?
But them to even be in the 6th seed is a blessing from Luka. That's it. That's the reason they're 6th seed. Like, it ain't LeBron, it ain't JJ, it ain't the roster. The reason that they even in the 6th seed in the West is because Luka Doncic is on their team, averaging 32 points a game, damn near 12 rebounds and assists. Like, what are we talking about? That's the reason that they in this position.
You can ask that, and how many of those games came? How many of those wins came against winning teams?
They 6th in the West. That's all that matters. They 6th in the West.
They should be better, Spike.
Why?
Because they got a top 5 player on their team. Where are the standards? This is the shit I be trying. This is the shit that I be trying to get y'all to understand. There were standards that were established. And I'm trying to hold on to them, Shelton.
That's how bad this roster is, and that's how good Luka is.
Bro, the excuses.
They shouldn't be 6th. They should be like 9th or 10th in the West right now.
Here's what I'll say. We gave when people were making excuses for LeBron and him not doing this, that, and the other. What do people say? You're one of the best players, if not the best player in the league. Get it done. Right or wrong?
Luka's not as good as LeBron in his prime. That's not that ain't
not
apples.
Many people
that ain't apples to apples. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron is a generational player.
But they were trying to make it seem that way.
It ain't. I'm coming to your side on this one, Ken. It ain't that way. Ain't too many niggas going to the finals with Boobie Gibson as they number 2. Like, that's different. LeBron is different. Like, he can do that. Like, if LeBron was still the best player on this team in his prime, this team would be number 1 in the West. If it was prime time LeBron. It's a 41-year-old LeBron, though. And Luka's the best, and this is the best that he can do. 6th in the West. That's it. That's all he got for you.
That's shocking that they 6th, though. So I agree with you on that, Lou.
They should.
Yeah, this team is a horrible.
That team is trash. If you look at that team, I've watched that team multiple times this season. Even though people like to say I don't watch basketball, shout out to FIFO. I've watched that team multiple times this season, and every fucking time they look terrible. It ain't no excitement out there. No one cares. No one gives a fuck. Like, nobody except for JJ Redick. He read over there on the sideline, throwing temper tantrums because nobody is doing shit. This team is trash. Yeah, for them to even be in consideration is a thing, and that's on Luka. He the one that got them here.
Hell no.
You right, Spike, because the team is terrible, right? You right. Luka, Luka is the reason that they there, but Ken is right too. Like, when has that ever been enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, Luka, the conversation we just had about D Mitch, it really should be Luka's conversation. If Luka is on the clock or not. Because Luka, 5-6 years ago, they were telling us he was gonna be, everything, right? Like, Bill Simmons was saying he was gonna be the MVP for 5 years in a row. Everybody, the Tim McMahons, the Brian Windhorst, they couldn't stop bragging about Luka, right? And it's like, I've now seen Jokic do what Luka was supposed to do. Obviously, Giannis did what Luka was supposed to do. The biggest thing is Shea has done what Luka was supposed to do. Now looking like he's supposed to win 2 MVPs in a row. So it's like, you're right. Luka is great. Luka does his thing, but it's like the standard that we've held past superstars to, we have to hold Luka to. And just personally, to be honest with you, as a Lakers fan, the Luka experience, you already know when a player is on your team, you see everything about them. So you either realize they're a lot better than you thought, or you realize they're not quite as good as what you thought. And the Luka experience as a Lakers fan has been a mixed bag. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously we love the step backs. We love the, the slow motion offense getting to the rack. We love every now and then when he get Jackson Hayes a lob, but the lack of defense, the fact that if you watch, he's constantly our defense is terrible, and he's the one constantly being attacked. You know what I mean? The complaining to the refs, just it's the Luka experience is a mixed bag as a fan. I'm gonna be honest with you. So although by all statistical profiles, the Lakers team should not be as good as they are. You know what I mean? So he does deserve some modicum of respect for getting him to the 6th seed. But if you're telling me this guy's supposed to be a generational talent, MVP multiple years, supposed to be one of the GOATs at the end of his career, what he's done thus far is not good enough for me.
But what saved him? What's really saved him is LeBron James and the fact that he's there. And what I mean by that is, when LeBron was out, it was all about the exciting whites. They was winning those games. Him and Austin Reeves were putting up some crazy numbers, and it was looking great. Yeah, they were, the Lakers were buzzing, and it was talks of them rolling and doing all these great things while Bron was out. Bron comes back, it throws the chemistry off, and it hadn't been the same since. So that's what a lot of people are going to hang their hat on even more than Luka being disappointed. It's like we were fine, when all those white guys were scoring those baskets, and we were looking at that team doing all that stuff. As soon as Bron come back, that's over with.
So what are you saying? You're saying LeBron shouldn't be there? Like
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what's going to save Luka, because what you're saying is true.
They're going to blame LeBron.
Yeah, they're going to blame LeBron because, like I said,
rightfully so. I blame LeBron.
Yeah, they
shouldn't be there.
They was hooping at one point. The Lakers were riding high. Austin Reeves was getting his.
LeBron shouldn't be on that team.
Right. One night it'd be Austin Reeves. One night it'd be Luka. One night it'd be, I forgot the dude's name. The one that Ant was like, who is that? Then number 12, whatever.
La Ruvia or something like that.
Yeah. So at one point they was killing. Like they was getting it done. And Luka had everybody playing well around him. So it was looking really, really good. But, like I said, in a lot of cases when Bron comes, it changes the outlook on the team. If you're at this level, it makes you confused. Like, should I be taking this shot or should I be deferring to LeBron? A lot of people don't know how to play with LeBron, and that's what's kind of messing them up. And that's like I said.
That's why.
Hey, Masito, who should have taken that shot? Because I say Luka set LeBron up to be the fall guy.
Luka should have took that shot.
He did.
1000%. He panicked. He messed up. That should have been a Lucas shot. 1000%. Yep. We done got at LeBron for 20 years about that, right?
The same
shit. Right. Yes.
But look though,
we've seen Luka hit that shot, let alone in the playoffs. The point
of what Shelton's saying, as LeBron shouldn't Luka shouldn't even have that option to throw the ball to LeBron. No, you nigga either miss it, take the shot, or make the bad decision and throw it to whoever else got traded for LeBron over in that corner, but. Throwing it to LeBron James and thinking that's a way out because he's one of the greatest basketball players to ever live this game, and Luka being able to shrug it off and be like, it's LeBron James. Like, nah, nigga, that's why, to your point as to what you were saying, Sheldon, I blame LeBron and Rob Pelinka for LeBron still being there. This shouldn't be a thing. They should be moving into the loop. Yeah, it should have been gone.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. I see y'all talking about he just went to the finals a couple of years ago. Who cares? So did Devin Booker. So did Tyrese Halliburton. Are we really propping up Tyrese
like that, Ken? We got to see Tyrese.
That's not the point, Spike. That's not the point. The point is that Tyrese Halliburton, is he on the level of Luka?
No, you're right. I get your point.
And if Tyrese Halliburton can get to the finals, then why the hell are we celebrating the appearances from a loser? And to Mason's point, what happened when he got his ass there? All Boston did was switch, and they hunted Luka the whole damn game. The whole game. And they're doing the same shit again. Yeah. Man, they better go get them some. What they need to go is they need to go get some of them Pistons. They need to adopt that. Yeah, that right there. You know,
get Isaiah Stewart or something. You know
they need somebody to start some trouble.
Mm-hmm. But I mess with Austin Reeves though.
Yeah,
Austin Reeves, my guy. He be balling, bro.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy, he's that one. If he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I hate because he was rolling before he got hurt. And,
he was.
You know, he was rolling. He ain't really found his stride. Last thing we got here before the Magic City thing, man. Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves are 6-1 in their last 7 games and look like they are hitting their stride or potential third Western Conference Finals appearance. Are the T-Wolves being overlooked? And is A.E. Ant Edwards, does he have a case for MVP consideration?
Nah, I don't think they're being overlooked. Everybody who we say is better than the T-Wolves are better than them, right? OKC, Denver, Houston is a little iffy, and Ant has beat KD head-to-head in the playoff series before, so I maybe I'll give them the overall in Houston, but San Antonio, like the teams that we say are better than the T-Wolves, they better than them. You know what I'm saying? It also doesn't help that they got off to a slow start this season. The same thing that happened after their other playoff run, right? They get off to these super slow starts. The offense is a little bit jumbled. You know what I'm saying? They got to figure it out. So no, I don't think we're overlooking them. They happen to be taking the second half of the season very seriously and doing what they're supposed to do. But and as far as with MVP, yeah, why not? We didn't give everybody else MVP consideration, right? It was Cade 1 week, it was Jaylen Brown 1 week, it was Jokic before he got hurt, it was Shea until OKC started losing. We done gave a lot of people MVP credit this year, or at least a little bit of, the look. So why not Ant? You know what I mean? He's the best statistically. This is not even the eye test. Statistically, he's the best clutch player in the NBA this season. Just coming off the All-Star game MVP, probably the most exciting superstar in the league right now. MVP consideration are the players who, we think are MVP worthy, are they playing that much better than him? I don't think so.
Mm-mm. No, it's to answer that question is they are being overlooked, and rightfully so. I think that Ant is, like you said, he's doing his thing, and he is averaging almost 30 points a game, and his Ant. And the other guys are starting to step up a little bit more. I just don't trust the other guys. I don't trust Julius Randle. He's averaging like 21 points a game right now, but I don't trust him no further than I can throw him in the playoffs. I don't think Julius Randle's going to show up. You got Rudy Gobert, those type guys. I don't believe in none of these guys. Naz Reid, I like Naz Reid as a player, but I just don't think he's a difference maker like that. I don't think Minnesota has enough to compete with some of those other teams out west. I just really don't think so. I think they moved ahead of Denver this week. They're winning now, but I still don't think they have enough to compete with a Denver. And I just don't see it. I think the Ant's going to give him everything he got again, like he always does, but his teammates are going to let him down. So, no.
I feel like that there is another level that Ant has to get to get them to like a finals or playoff run. It's fine considering him for MVP. I'm fine with that. It's fine putting him in the conversation, as you guys are saying, with the rest of the teams in the West. But to your point, Sheldon, the others they ain't great. Like if Julius Randle is your number 2, that's fine, but that ain't ideal. Right. Ain't what I want. So we all looking at Anthony Edwards like, are you an elite level Kobe, Mike, LeBron type talent, or are you like Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell type talent? And it's fine, whichever one you are, but we don't know yet. And I think it's up to him to prove this in this playoff run. Like if he is that dude with the bravado that we talking about, Ken, if he talk like he walking like he talking, like Ant is that dude physically. You go out there, like Masito said, you see the stats, he's clutch, but it's still another like mystique that has to be reached if he really gonna be that dude and take a team like the Timberwolves, run through the West, excuse me, and win a championship. We want to know, is he that? That's what's interesting about him. That's what makes him different from Donovan Mitchell. That's what makes him different from Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Like we looking at Anthony Edwards and we think it's there. We think that Kobe thing is there. We think that Mike thing is there. We looking at him, we're like, hey, he might got that. But we don't know yet. We don't know. And it's on him to prove it in this year's playoff run. Like
it won't be this year, though. It's not going to be this year.
That's the thing. It's
the
gonna
West
make it intriguing, Ken. If it is this year, it's like, oh yeah, he that dude.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen. SGA, OKC, they steal that guy. Jared McCain fits right in with them, bro. He coming
right in.
Yeah.
Man, bro. So there's that. So they just got way better. Now Mabusa or whatever his name is, he comes off. He's giving them quality minutes. Bones Highland can give them quality minutes. They've turned it up, which they did. We've seen this story last year. He's been to 2 WCCFs, which is great. But he hasn't gotten over the hump. So his story is being written. So to your point, Spike, this would be the year if he does that. He would throw it all the way back in regards to how the game was played by being this one solo star and everybody else, but let's not forget when Kobe didn't have all the pieces around him, he didn't do shit. When he had Shaq and everybody else, then they did some things. When they got Paul Gasol, Ron Artest, and a really good ass roster, then he did some things. So it's all about roster construction and what with Ant. And I say all that to say is that I agree wholeheartedly with what Shelton said. When I watch this team, they have a Julius Randle problem. Bruh. Like what in one game he was like 1 for 10 or something like that. The one where I think whatever it was poor, where he Ant cussed out the coach because the coach was telling him to pass. Do you see what the hell they doing? Like what? Pass it? Are you serious? When they almost lost, it was a sorry team. Who they almost lose to? Oh my God!
I can't remember, but he stepped back and hit. Let me tell you, he stepped back and hit that shot.
He said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
pass.
Pass.
But yeah,
the Raptors or the Grizzlies?
Nah, it wasn't the Raptors. It was like Friday or Thursday. But they do have a Julius Randle problem, I think. On that team. But Ant's that guy. He's been to 2 Western Conference Finals, but the expectations are rising now, right? Mm-hmm. It's all the final shit. That's cute, but bro, it's time to get to the finals. And it's not only time to get to the finals, it's time to win. I think there needs to be expectations held upon Ant right now. People talk about him being that guy doing this, that, and the other. And he's done it. He's talked it. But he still gets stuck. And I'm tired of the talking. And Julius Randle is good enough to be productive in spurts when you need him. He had a couple of good runs, but I'm going somewhere with his Spike. We know what he is, right? Mm-hmm. This team may have been, it looks like, constructed around Ant Edwards. Julius Randle can get hot. He'll have a couple of games and then they'll fall off. But if Ant is the guy that we say he is, you overcome that shit. Period. You close the fucking game. And this year, maybe he realizes that, which is why he's being more assertive in the fourth quarter, being clutch, et cetera, et cetera. But we're looking at you, bro. If Joker can do all he's doing, and I mean, he has Murray, but if he's doing that as the solo act with a solid number 2, then the same goes for Ant. So they're doing the same that they're doing last year. But can you take down the juggernauts? You took down Joker once. You've taken him down in the playoffs. Can you take down OKC? And that's what we're looking at. Can you overcome Julius Randle? Who's nothing but a dark-skinned cat. We're talking about it. Is that what you're gonna do? So, but I think at some point, man, just like Donovan Mitchell, just like all these guys, the standard is the standard, and we got to hold these guys to the standard. We were jumping on Tatum, we were jumping on Brown, and we're not going to give Ant a pass just because he's boisterous on the floor.
Right.
It's time to go to work, bro. So be the guy. And the thing about it is he's come out himself in interviews and said that he wants to be the best. He thinks he is the best. Yeah. So go out there and win and prove it. Take down these juggernauts. That's how it is, bro. That's how I'm looking at it.
Can you cooking right now, bro? I'm gonna tell you right now, the standard, like you say, the standard is the standard. The standard is so much the standard that even when Tatum won, we still criticized him. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know what I mean? And the comparison is always gonna be there. What Shea has done these last few years has put a spotlight on all his peers, especially the guard position, the perimeter players. Like, he came on the scene and was not heralded like the rest of these guys, was not was not thought of as the guy who was going to be the best player in the league, and he's there now. Scoring title, championship, finals MVP. We talk about second best player, and this is no disrespect, but I don't think of Jaylen Williams as some all-time second best player. You know what I mean? I love the roster construction with OKC. I love collectively how they play offense, defense. We already know what they do with the general manager out there. They know how to put together a roster. But he's not like some, of the last 5 champions, Jaylen Williams might be the worst second best player on all of them, to be honest with you, since like the 2019 Raptors.
He's been hurt all year.
Right. So it's like, I absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more about, as much as we love Ant, as much as he's been doing, the standard is the standard, and he's going to have to take it to another level very soon.
Yeah. As far as MVP odds, I mean, it's whatever. I'm with you, Maze. Like, all right, fine, whatever. Y'all can do it. We have the conversation. He can, but I think by default he can get there. But he ain't been playing at an MVP level, in all honesty, if you ask me. Just because you get hot in the second half of the season, I don't think that warrants MVP consideration. But Jokic and SGA, they're running into ineligibility issues. So they got to find some other people. Joker missed one more game. He's done. It's a wrap. SGA can only miss 6. He's missed 11 games. Joker is at 16. So then you'll be left with Jaylen Brown. You could throw Ant in there, and then who else would be left? Cade will probably win it.
Yeah, Cade is probably leading. Yeah, when you look at, I'm considering SGA being out. I don't think he's going to play.
Right. If all of them are out, then Cade would more than likely get it. Yeah. So, but all right. Well, we'll see how it plays out, man. Teams they're fighting right now. They're battling. They know the playoffs around the corner. They're ramping things up. The games are getting intense. Teams are starting to not like each other. It's getting testy. I'm seeing who did I watch? Somebody grabbed. I think it was the Minnesota game, or was it the Pistons game? Pistons hit everybody. I think it was
Joker in OKC.
Yeah.
Was it OKC?
Joker thought he was. Joker looked like he was about to lose it, bro.
Yeah, man. Joker grabbed each other.
My man tried to trip him.
Part 2.
My man tried to trip him. Joker went nuts.
Yeah, Dort got suspended for that, didn't he?
He should have.
Yeah, Dort has been doing some dirty stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was Jaden McDaniels fouled somebody and just stood there and just kind of pushed him over. And somebody came from the other team. I was like, bro, you faking right now. Yeah. It was the Clippers. It was the Clippers, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they had the dark. Yeah, he just grabbed somebody. It was so. It was disrespectful. and this guy came from. He was on the court. He came running over. I was like, bro, y'all some losers anyway. Yeah, why you trying to act like you gonna do some shit? But I'm watching the Clippers, bro. Let me see what Tyloo do with this team. Anyway, couple of super chats before we get out of here. Rob Costa, Luka Doncic is the Justin Herbert of the NBA.
Nah, he been to the championship. You can't do that to him.
Yeah, you can't do him like that, bro.
He ain't where he's supposed to be, but he ain't that.
Right. Here we go. Sweets open doors. What are your thoughts on the Hawks having a Magic City night? And do you think it's a bad look for the NBA with players writing letters against it? That's plural. Now I know Luke Cornett, corny ass, came out and said some shit. What the hell? Why is he even talking?
Luke Cornett.
Nobody want to hear
how to get on the court. We don't even know. Don't nobody even know you in the league other than you tall.
Honestly, he could be my neighbor and I wouldn't even know it.
Wouldn't know it. The only reason you know him is because he's 7 feet tall. If
he got to walk with his jersey on for me.
That's it. And you still wouldn't know who he was.
Or uniform. It can't even just be the jersey. Like he can't even have a jersey. Like, he gotta have a whole shit. Like he gotta have a whole shit on for me to be like, oh, this is good. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Yeah, man, don't come. You ain't gonna play no way.
When you saying other players can, it was Al Horford. He retweeted. And he was like,
that's all he did. He just retweeted it.
Well, he and commented and said great words by Luke or whatever. I'm paraphrasing here, but he was condoning what he said.
Shut up.
Thank you,
Al Horford. Look, here's the thing. I think it's fine. I think we need to make a decision, right? Either we are okay as a society. Society has to decide what it wants to do when it comes to women's right to choose and autonomy to do whatever they want in their career, for their life. We don't know why they're there. They probably love it, et cetera, et cetera. And Magic City is a staple of the city of Atlanta, first and foremost. Spike, I heard from what you guys were saying about it earlier that it's not like they're gonna have a bunch of strippers running onto the basketball court or strippers in goddamn mascot outfits and doing some shit like that. It's just fucking hoodies or whatever. So, if this is something that they choose to do willingly and of their own free will, then why the hell are you speaking for them? Now, I think which is great. I think if it's cool that men are speaking up for women, but also it's the woman's choice to speak up for themselves if they also think it's a problem. I haven't heard anybody from Magic City saying they have an issue with it. I haven't heard anyone from saying that. So we got to pick and choose in society which one we're going to be. Like, so my thing is, it's like I was saying earlier, I was having this conversation with my wife, and I was like, I was wondering how society or people looked at Playboy bunnies back in the day. The magazines and all that stuff, versus the more salacious stuff, the triple X stuff, right? The X-rated stuff that be in those dark alleys, the stuff that Robert De Niro was going to see in Taxi Driver, right? Yeah. And is one more acceptable over the other because of branding? Because we put this fancy label and package over the Playboy bunnies and all the stuff that they was doing, it's viewed as acceptable versus the other stuff. So we just got society has to decide on what it want to do. So when I see Manny's in the chat talking about why can't we celebrate other small businesses, who knows that we don't know if they haven't been doing that. They can do that. But what's wrong with also celebrating this other form of thing that's going on when the Women's Month? So I think you can do both.
Yes.
Leave these people alone, bro.
I agree with you, Kim. You can do both. And I was talking about this earlier on deck. Like I've been to basketball games in Denver, in Memphis, in San Antonio. Like I've been to basketball games in different places, Atlanta is really the only city that caters to black people as far as basketball games. Like the music that they play, the halftime entertainment, the dance, like it's catered to the city that you live in. And Magic City is a staple in this city, in Atlanta. They're not promoting it as this is a strip club. They're not promoting it as this is girls dancing as far as the Hawks thing. They promoting it as this is an institution in Atlanta that people should buy into and know about. And they got these dope wings, and you can buy this dope hoodie. Like what you said, Ken, and somebody just put in the chat. Strippers not going to be on the floor at halftime dancing. That's not what's happening here. Like what's happening is there is this major successful institution in Atlanta that happens to be a strip club that every rapper raps about, that it's heavily embedded in our culture, that we want to celebrate it. And for me, that's fine. That's okay. It's not telling little boys to go to the strip club. It's not telling little girls to be strippers. It's just saying, hey, there's this business here in Atlanta, and Atlanta is different from a lot of places in the U.S. as to where we celebrate black businesses and different things that black people do. And it ain't got to be in the corporate world. It ain't got to be this certain thing. It just got to be black. And I'm cool with the Hawks doing it. I think it's dope. I think it's really good. And for somebody like Luke, whatever this dude name is, to write out and be like, oh, I'm offended by this. Like, man, shut up, bro. Go to the locker room and don't come. And all the fans that are saying the same thing too. This not for you. This ain't the night you need to come to a Hawks game. Come to a Hawks game on another night when they doing something else. But I definitely feel like this should be done. This is what the Hawks do. They've been doing this. This is their brand. If you go to one of their games, they cater to this type of crowd. Like they have the whole screen in the middle of the court when you're doing breaks and stuff, and people are comparing the best rappers from Atlanta. They don't do that nowhere else. You ain't going to a Houston Rockets game and they comparing the best Houston rappers. They're not doing that. Atlanta leans into it, and it's good. It's a part of their culture. Everybody that got something bad to say about it, I think they just hate it.
And the crazy thing is, Luke Cornett, first of all, mind your business. Secondly, they ain't even playing your team, so you ain't gonna be there. So what difference does it make?
Right.
They playing the Magic, and you know what man, it has nothing to do with him. Everybody knows about Magic City because of the lemon pepper Lou thing with the wings. Facts. during the COVID times, quarantine is when he was out. So it's like it's known here. It's a known thing. Nothing surprising, and unfortunately, that it won't have representation at the game that night. But I understand that that'll be maybe be taking it too far. But I think it's fine. I mean, and if they got a problem with, I mean, look, you got so many other issues you need to be attacking other than that, if you ask me. So, Cornette, Al Horford, be about your business, man. We ain't playing either one of your teams, so just keep it moving. But yeah, I think it's a good look. It represents Atlanta. Atlanta is known.
This is what Atlanta do, bro.
Yeah, Atlanta is known for its nightlife. So you just representing that. That's just the way I look at it. I don't think it's a bad thing whatsoever. And
y'all are all cooking, right? I'm not gonna lie. At first thought, I cringed a little bit. You know what I mean? I feel like that's like the older person in me though, right? Like in my head, I was like, David Stern wouldn't allow this shit. This is Adam Silver's NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, nah, these guys are out of control. You see what I'm saying? But y'all are right. First though, Spike, that caveat you just gave about, you know, the Atlanta organization, the Hawks, being one of the only places you've ever been to in the sports arena and catering to black people. You just made me want to go to a Hawks game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna have to experience the Hawks.
Go to a Hawks game.
You have to.
It's the only place I've been to multiple cities of NBA games. That's the only place where, like, as a black person, you'd be like, oh, they're talking to me. Like the shit they do with the halftime party, the halftime entertainment,
the announcer, everything.
The announcers is a DJ, like all of it. It's like, oh, it's niggas in here.
Yes. You sold me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to, you know, next time I'm out in the A, I'm gonna have to go to a Hawks game.
Please do.
But just, you know, like I said, that was the old head in me thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 2026. That we're betting on games, and the NBA is advertising you betting on games. You know what I mean? The college players are getting paid more than some NBA players now. Like, listen, it's no reason to keep that old head shit in your head forever. You know what I'm saying? We need to be more progressive. I'm not going to be upset about a black institution in a historically black city, you know, getting notoriety, getting play, getting, you know, a little extra change in their pockets. So yeah, I'm on board too. Why not? We let everything else go. Why not, bro?
Right.
They got advertisements for like Mickey D's on jerseys now, bro. I don't care.
Right. Yeah, that's why, you know, when this was coming out, I wanted to, because you're right, it's 2026, it's progressive. Women have come a long way. We still have a long way to go, society. But that's why I wanted to at least have a conversation with the woman about it, you know, to get perspective. And before I came on here and well, I didn't even know it was going to come up as a topic, but I just wanted to at least get some insight into what's going on. But at the end of the day, you know, if they didn't like it or whatever, then I think we would hear more about it. But here go men trying to speak up and talk about
what we don't need to do.
Yeah, and then tell them what's right and what's wrong. So again, I think like Spike said, the thing that's missing and is that they're not going to be on the damn rim.
Oh,
y'all.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be on the pole.
They're not gonna be on the basketball rim doing any of that shit. It's going to be still a very safe, family-oriented night. Period. That's it. Y'all gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Now, you know, it would be more entertaining.
Yes.
You know, but I'm sure for some, but nevertheless, that ain't what they're doing. So, and this is man, just shut up. Just shut up and dribble. How about that? That's what we need to tell them. So yeah. So nah, we good here, bro. Luke Cornett.
Yeah, Manny don't come.
Bro, I don't want to hear from Manny. Manny tripped me out when he was like, "Oh yeah, I agree with this," and then turned around, Spike and said he was Mesito and Shelton, and said when he come to Atlanta, he taking his ass over there.
That's exactly what he said. What? I said, Manny, don't come. You ain't welcome.
Like, what people really don't understand that Atlanta is really different. Like people say that and they hear that. It's like just like you would celebrate a dope restaurant in another city in Memphis or Miami or whatever it may be. Like it's not like the people that live in Atlanta, they don't see this as a crazy thing. They know Magic City is an institution in this city. So it ain't like you celebrating the strip club. It's like this is an established business in our community that they showing love to as the Hawks. That's dope.
Do you remember your first time in Magic City?
I do. I remember my first and my last time in that show. I ain't gonna hold you.
Shelton, you see his face?
Hey,
he went right back to that. He was there.
I remember
Spike literally Spike just time traveled.
That was like going to Disney World, bro. That was like going to Disney World for the first time. Nigga, you serious? Hell yeah, I remember that shit.
Hey, my first that was I think that was the first strip club I went to in Atlanta, and I was not prepared. I had
when you come to Atlanta and like you move here, you from somewhere else, like you gotta go there to get your bearings to be like, okay, this is what it is. This is what Atlanta is. Like you gotta step in Magic City to understand that. Then you work your way out towards there, but you gotta go to Magic City and understand that life.
Yes, I would. I would go to the gentlemen's clubs in Charlotte, and when I came here, like I said, I went. It wasn't even nighttime. It was like a little after. It was midday. It was like around lunch. We went for the first time. I'm like, cool. I heard the food good. Let's go. I wasn't prepared. I just was not prepared.
You can't be prepared.
No, I was not prepared.
All right, Shelton, you asking too many questions, bro. We gotta get out of here. This is live. I'm gonna get
I wasn't answering no more, Ken. That was it.
Ken, how you said? Yes.
I do.
That's what he said that night too.
That was exactly. You're right, Sheldon. That's what I said. And I'm out. I ain't had no more.
Spike wasn't with us anymore, bro.
I get it, Lou. I get it.
Spike was back at Magic City, bro. He was gone.
Jesus. I remember that.
Oh man, hey,
don't go
hey
over there,
Mace,
Luke.
man, appreciate you coming through, hanging with us again, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, always a pleasure. And
Appreciate it.
that's gonna do it for us, man. Nick and FIFA will probably be back next week.
If FIFA gonna get his passport stuff straight, he'll be back. Hey, real quick,
Oh, my God.
shout out to Mr. Tenderism. He got his trademark. He won a trademark tonight. So he got his,
Hey, he was cooking for Ronald Island.
I saw that. He got his name back
dope.
too, though. He just won the trademark back today. So he got his name.
Okay,
back.
I don't know who that is, but whatever it is, I think congratulations. I think that's dope.
You know, it's
You got to put him on, Shelton.
Yeah,
That's a big story, low key.
You got to know it, kid.
Man, I told Ken about that. Like Ken
That's
disrespecting me right now because that's is the mic still on subject. We definitely talked about that.
Everybody know about Mr. Tenderism. Yes,
yeah, the black dude, the barbecue dude.
He got exploited by
the guy who was jumping up every time he hit
put the glasses on.
Yeah,
yeah.
He basically in a nutshell, Ken, he started he didn't start a business. This white guy owned a business, a coffee shop. He told him basically he should turn it into a barbecue spot. Taught him everything he knew about barbecue. Set this man up. Became the face of the franchise. And when it took off, they kind of pushed him out, trademarked the name behind his back, and let him go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember.
So he got his name back, and his business now is traveling, and he's that guy.
All right, cool, bro. Congrats to him. All right, well, that's gonna do it for us, man. We'll catch you guys next time. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Later.